Hi, I'm Kathleen Weber. I am an advanced certified and accredited EFT practitioner with EFT International. I am located in central New York in the United States. And I had an experience today that I used tapping for that was incredibly helpful. And my hope is that if you are in the midst of a similar situation, that you will also find this tapping to be helpful. I'm going to walk you through a couple of rounds of tapping. Before I do that, I want to share what EFT is for those of you who are new. So, EFT stands for Emotional Freedom Techniques, plural, because there are so many ways that EFT can help to support us to manage our stress and to help process that stress to move it through the body. So, maybe it's with challenging emotions that you're experiencing that can feel intense at times and uncomfortable. Maybe it's body sensations that are showing up as tightness in the chest, possibly some butterflies in the stomach. Maybe it's just some looping thoughts that are there. So, whether it's an emotional thing, whether it's with the body, or whether it's with our thoughts, EFT is quite effective at helping to reduce the intensity of those sensations and just to help us feel better. So we also sometimes refer to EFT as tapping because we are tapping on particular acupressure points on top of the head, around the face, and upper body as part of the process. And it's tapping on these particular points that sends a calming signal to the fight, flight, freeze center of the brain, that stress center of the brain, to help calm us down, calm the body down, calm those challenging emotions down, calm our thoughts down. And my hope is that you will experience that as well today. So, the situation today, it actually happened a couple weeks ago. I made a decision about something, and I have been kicking myself over making this decision. And there have been a whole lot of emotions that I just didn't want to deal with. I didn't want to think about it, didn't want to talk about it. And I ended up shoving it aside, like, nope, not now. I don't want to. I don't want to think about it. Well, what happens when we shove things aside is that we're actually shoving it into the body. And so it's been stored in my body for these last several weeks. My body has not liked that. And it decided to let me know that at 2 a.m. this morning when I woke up and these thoughts were just there. And I don't want that anymore. I don't want this to disrupt my sleep, but I still didn't want to think about it. I still didn't want to talk about it. So, the beauty of EFT is that we can meet ourselves right where we are. And when we do that, when we just sit with where I'm at, just thinking about approaching and tapping on that particular issue, it's a gentler approach. And we're not going into emotion, we're not going into body sensations. We're just sitting with that thought of, nope, I don't want to talk about it and I don't want to think about it. So before we get into tapping on that, I just want to remind you to please take complete responsibility for your own emotional well-being. If that means needing to get up and walk away, pausing this video to do something to take care of yourself, please do so. And hopefully this tapping will help you to feel more calm and that you can approach that situation that you've maybe been pushing aside or pushing down. So what I'd like you to do is think about a situation that you're like, nope, I don't want to talk about it and I don't want to think about it. And I'm just going to ask you to rate the intensity of that. Nope, I don't want to. 0 to 10. 0 is nothing, so we wouldn't be tapping on it. 10 is as big as you could imagine it to be. What might that be for you? I would say for me earlier today, it was a good 9. It was pretty solid. I just didn't want to. So when you have your rating, please write that down and then join me for some tapping. If I say something that doesn't land for you, please change the word so it fits your situation and what's happening for you in the moment. Okay, so just tapping on the side of the hand. even though I don't want to think about it and I don't want to talk about it. This is what I'm noticing right now. And even though I don't want to think about it and I don't want to talk about it, this is where I'm at in this moment. And even though I don't want to think about it and I don't want to talk about it, I acknowledge this is where I'm at in this moment. Coming to the top of the head. I don't want to think about it. The eyebrow point, I don't want to talk about it. The side of the eye, I don't want to think about it. And under the eye, and I don't want to talk about it. Under the nose, I don't want to think about it. The crease in the chin, I don't want to talk about it. The collarbone point, which is down and out from your clavicle bones, I don't want to think about it. And then about 4 inches under your armpit, I don't want to talk about it. Okay, we're going to pause here for a moment and re-rating, re-rating the intensity of I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to think about it. 0 to 10. Where is it now? Maybe it stayed the same, and that's okay. Maybe it went up. If it went up, it just means that you're tuning into it more, and that's okay too. And perhaps it went down. Ultimately, that's what we're looking for. Whatever happened, that's okay. Just write down your number and we'll come back and do another round. Ideally, we're looking when it comes to this kind of thing where you're just feeling this emotion or this have this, thought that you just don't want to. We're looking to get it to a 3 or below, just to help ease us into using tapping on that particular event. Okay, so let's do another round. Even though I still don't want to think about it and I still don't want to talk about it. This is where I'm at in this moment. Even though I still don't want to think about it and I still don't want to talk about it. This is where I'm at in this moment. And even though I don't want to think about it and I still don't want to talk about it, I acknowledge this is where I am at this moment. Coming to the top of the head. I still don't want to think about it. The eyebrow point. I still don't want to talk about it. Side of the eye. I still don't want to think about it. Under the eye. I still don't want to talk about it. Under the nose. I still don't want to think about it. The chin point. I still don't want to talk about it. The collarbone point. I still don't want to think about it. And under the arm. I still don't want to talk about it. Okay, just pausing here. I can feel myself wanting to just sigh, even though I've already tapped on this. That's how I'm reacting right now. And I'm curious for you, just checking in again on that intensity. How intense is it for you? That idea of, I don't want to think about it and I don't want to talk about it. 0 to 10, just re-rating it. Hopefully, it has come down for you. If it is above a 3, I would recommend doing another round on it just to soften it. We don't need to force ourselves to go to something that feels too intense or too big. We can gently approach it by using this strategy. So I really appreciate you joining me. If you would like more information about EFT, please visit eftinternational.org. And I appreciate you being here and be well.